Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing with Madiba, and here's my post-fight review for Raymond Ford versus Otabek Kholmatov. And this was a fantastic fight. So good I had to watch it twice. Shout out to Ford and Otabek for putting on an entertaining, close and competitive fight. This is no doubt a fight of the year contender. These are the type of fights that define boxing. Raymond Ford proved that he was a savage last night. It was a great performance. Ford showed that he was a dog and proved a lot of doubters and haters wrong. Getting a last-minute knockout in the 12th round while being down on 2 scorecards is iconic. And some people will have the nerve to say and think that American boxers only run and have no fighting spirit, but that's besides the point. This fight answered a lot of questions that I had for Ford, such as his durability, power, and versatility. But what impressed me the most was his ability to adjust. Because in the beginning of the fight, Ford was getting outboxed by Otabek for the most part. Ford was trying to counterpunch Otabek, standing in front of him at mid-range and occasionally fighting off the back foot. However, Otabek would capitalize off this strategy. Since Ford was looking to counter instead of initiating, Otabek would attack whenever Ford was inactive. And due to his Soviet in-and-out footwork, speed, and length, Otabek was able to evade and neutralize Ford's counterpunches. Furthermore, Otabek was more active than Ford, throwing multiple punches and combinations which allowed Otabek to counter Ford's counters. Because of this, he was able to land some big shots that rocked Ford in the first 4 rounds. However, by the end of round 4, Ford made an adjustment and started to apply pressure, going forward to walk down Otabek, and this changed the dynamic of the fight. This forced Otabek to fight on the back foot and constantly be on the move because whenever Ford got to the inside, Ford will win most of the exchanges because he was faster, more accurate, and had better defense. Ford was landing sharp and hard hooks and uppercuts, accurate counters, and body shots whenever he got the chance to slow down Otabek. And this would take a toll on Otabek because as the fight progressed, Otabek started to fade as he began to move less, forcing him to fight Ford on the inside. Otabek did have some success whenever Ford was inactive, but when Ford was active, he was landing the cleaner and harder shots. Otabek had a second rally in the championship rounds, and those rounds was a battle of will and skill, and probably the best 3 rounds of boxing I've seen in years. But Ford would come out on top, hurting and then stopping Otabek in the last 7 seconds. Some people are calling it a bad stoppage, and at first I agreed, but looking at it, Otabek literally ran and turned his back after getting hit with a hard shot that hurt and wobbled him. What do you expect the referee to do? Furthermore, Otabek was visibly wobbly in the corner after the fight was stopped, so it was a good stoppage. Ford earned that win, and I'm impressed. What stood out to me the most was his trainer and corner. Coach Anthony gave him instructions that worked and words that motivated him to get the win. I'm looking forward to see what he does next. He said he's moving up to 130 after this, citing that he had a bad weight cut, which is understandable. He's been at featherweight for 5 years. There's opportunities to make good fights at 130. However, I would like to see him stay at featherweight and at least unify. There's a lot of good fights for him to make there as well. Otabek, on the other hand, definitely deserves another opportunity to fight for a world title. The guy is good. Maybe he can fight Robeisy Ramirez next. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Like, subscribe, and more content's coming your way.